the fake knife it would be, as we've got, obviously, map picks, not a third map beside her. And we'll see how we go on Nuke, because Nuclear Tigers will be no pushovers, even on the favoured pick of the Danes, even though, Matt, we have covered Iceberg nukes dating back to, God, I don't know,
2022, I think. Maybe, was it that far, really? God damn, okay.
Maybe. Probably 2021, 2022, you're probably right.
Either way, here we go. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Last game of the day, the second opening game for Group D, Echo versus Nuclear Tigers. The winner of the series will play against NIP. Loser has a day booked with 100 Thieves in the elimination match.
Here we go, baby. One final BO3 of our long day on the B stream here. The Yuki will kick off the series. Iceberg will go down. Boy. Alltex fighting back though, and Senka, yeah, on the site had no real say in that one. Exposed on the silo with both his teammates going down around him, unfortunately. Salazar will find McHughes, and that'll mean Flowser is all alone. Invariably the star player of the Nuclear Tigers squad. He's been talked up by many a player and many a person in the scene, but he's not got anything to do on this occasion.
Well, when does he get spotted? He's on your screen. There we go. Salazar, actually the instant dink out of the first bullet with the Julies as well. And then for the life of him isn't able to find the follow-up, but he will get the assist, and it will be the Danes who open up their account first here. Very convincing pistol round, just brute forcing their way into that A-bomb site, never giving Nuclear Tigers any time to actually set themselves up. Get any crossfires going, allow for rotations. It was just thick, fast, and furious. And that works the trick.
On the Felico to follow as well. No force, which is maybe slightly surprising on a map like Nuke with the close ranges and the power of the MP9s and 5.7s, but they're going to allow Echo with 3 MAC-10s to farm. Overall, Nuclear Tigers do play this map a little bit. It's 11 times compared to Echo's 14, but Echo only lost it twice in those 14 times. You have to realise one of them is playing as the core for Denmark against Belgium to qualify for ENC. But still, incredibly good map for them. Let's talk about their Super Draculan results. They beat Sharks, Walczaki, FOKUS, and Kalesi at a previous Land at Stake ranked on that map as well.
Those are all good Nuke teams as well, by the way.
Yes, I agree with you entirely. And you look at the numbers on their map as well over these 14 maps. They don't win as many pistol rounds as they lose, but they still have a very good T and CT win percent, which is a very good sign for them. As for Nuclear Tigers, they're pretty CT biased, it being a 60.5 compared to a 40.6. So, yeah, they're going to need to...
40.6 is lower than what I would have expected.
Yes, it's too near to 39, I think I would say. Put it simply.
But then conversely, very good CT sides. I guess it's a big boost here for Echo to have been able to open up with a pistol round win and then convert against the Eco. Bit of damage inflicted with the 1 kill of the USP, and then I think it was Zeke who was actually able to find another frag there with the MAC-10 as well. Might have been McHughes, I can't remember. But the point is, there was a MAC-10 kill in the mix there for Nuclear Tigers as well. A bit of extra money. And that means Zika is going to have his AWP here, which is brave decision because it's a glass cannon, but I just love to see that he has that intent where even if he can only just afford it, he's still going to commit to it anyway.
Yeah. I think because of people talking up Flowser and seeing the consistency out of McHughes, I think Zika can be as good, if not better, than anyone else on the team. I think he's got that level.
As good, I agree. I don't know, but it's a big toss-up for me between him and Flowser. And look at the 2 names in the kill feed.
Yeah.
Just such a deadly duo. That was a little bit audacious from Zika is the word that comes to mind, standing on top of the rail there. Especially in the 5v3. It's going to cost him his life and maybe a way in for Echo here in the round.
But also, at the same time, you're surprised that Alltex has shift-peeked through the top of the smoke to kill you that way against an AWPer. I agree. It's Zika's fault, but a good catch from Walczaki, an unexpected one, as you could see, but 4v3 intact, like you say. And now McHughes is waiting on ramp on the off angle for a possible pincer from those 2 secret players with the MAC-10 dropping down ramp.
And they've gotten themselves into a really good position, all things considered. If Boy can win this duel, it actually really just turns the round on its head. Molly not going to be respected by McCuse. He tries to go through it. That's going to cost him his life, and Boy will avoid the trade. 3v3. Bomb plant to be secured momentarily here by Ultex. Rotations coming through, and Echo maybe taking a little bit more time than what I would have expected out of them in this position, Trav, but good cover being provided by Salazar to enable the plant and get the 2v2 in the post.
Triangle being played on the ramp, and that's very difficult to deal with, but it's a good control from Flauser, actually. So Salazar's in for the clutch. No kit on Ayuki or Flauser. First all taken. Oh, we go straight back in for the Flauser fight. But he's not able to get it done. AK retrieved and plenty of time to hop on that bomb. So really important start to CT here for Nuclear Tigers.
I mean, it was always supposed to be their round with the way it had begun. Flauser and Zika both finding a kill apiece, getting into the 5v3, and that, tell you what, I mean, it was pretty brave of him to actually go and scoop up the AK there before committing to the defuse. There wasn't a whole lot of time left on that one, but he'll just tell you that he calculated it to perfection. Either way, Nuclear Tigers on the board. Nice try from Salazar. Comes very close to having closed that one out. Echo do get the bomb down, kind of gives them a bit of extra money to work with, but doesn't pad them up entirely. Couple Mac 10s, a Galil. And then the AK and AWP in the mix here for the T side. Salazar going to bring a sniper to his team side of the serve on the T side of Nuke.
Flauser will get smoked off. Trying to put a couple of bullets through it to see what's through that corner. Senka, MP9 as always, and gets his headshot from Secret. The SMG Master, look at the nade damage on the follow-up as well. He's done massive damage, but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter in any way, shape or form, because Boy has come through on the timing and run them over.
Yeah, brilliantly done there by Boy. Job not done just yet, though. Zeke in the back of the bomb site had an opportunity. Wasn't able to connect on the second shot. Certainly would have been traded, even if he did get that kill. Means McCuse is left in a 1v3, and a bit of chip damage done to a few of these individuals, but it doesn't matter. Look at the crouch walk coming through from Leaks. It's been dubbed a bit of like a donk slide type of thing. I mean, maybe not to the same sort of degree because he wasn't running before, but still makes him a difficult target to track. And Echo will bounce back immediately. Sure, Senko does well to get that opening kill, but it's just such a dangerous game to be playing, to be re-peaking after your position's been compromised there in Secret.
I would personally think that Echo are the favourites for this opening map, but with the ranking being slightly higher for Nuclear Tigers, the stake ranked odds are slightly in Nuclear Tigers' favour. Senka, oh, he's trying to break the vent and get down, or at least play next to it somehow, but he's not allowed to get anywhere near it. It's funny, we switched to Senka's POV, he shoots one bullet, and it's not even a bullet at an opponent, and he's dead. Everything is falling into place for the T side of Echo. Easy. Easy anti-eco.
Yeah, very much so. Is there any point in speculating on this Ultex stand-in and whether it's like a trial or Nicky B just couldn't make this game?
I mean,
and I'll tell you what my thought process is
go on.
The one thing, if you look at this Echo team and you think they're lacking, is probably a bit of experience, right? Like, sure, Iceberg's got it and Salazar too, but not to any major degree. And Ultex actually has been around for a while now. He's been competing at a decent level of the game. He's constantly held up a solid level of like individual level as well. I mean, heck, he's even played on Astralis for a brief period, right? So I just wonder if maybe that's part of the think tank, is bringing in a guy who doesn't take up a whole lot of resources and brings good experience.
I agree with you. I think, that's the main factor at this sort of level as well. Salazar entry Zika, that's a heads-up duel in that position, and Senka can't hold on with the MP9. Are just running riot right now. There's not really much that Nuclear Tiger seemingly can do. Every single player is, if they're not winning their entry, which invariably they are, they have a second player alongside. And the trade is instant every time. Just good team play from Echo so far. Nothing really Nuclear Tigers have been able to do about it.
Yeah, I'm just loving how much confidence and conviction Echo are currently approaching this game with. Backing themselves, playing fast, taking the fight to Nuclear Tigers. Really yet to get going here. A lot more juice left to the squeeze here from the favorites coming into this particular game, but Echo are definitely making them sweat.
Terrorists win.
5-1. Decision-making time here for Nuclear Tigers as well. Both Flowers and Yuki can drop, so you would imagine there will be another full buy coming through here from the CT side, but they're starting to run out of opportunities. And as you highlighted at the start of this map as well, Nuclear Tigers tend to do most of their work on the CT side, and they have a lot of struggles and issues on the T side of this map. So this is not a great direction in which this game is currently trending for them.
No, exactly. More aggression from McHughes, but Lynx is just ready for it. And when they've tried to put anything in like that, it hasn't worked for them. Here comes a bit of hot aggression. Zeke's got the line with the AWP. He gets his one. That might bait in a Yuki, but even Alltex recovers for that.
Mid-spray.
Yeah. 4v3 recovered. Iceberg has got a push outside to put into practice as well. And with Alltex finding Zeka, that is the AWP out of the round. Iceberg can go wherever he wants. He can go through Mini from outside. He can go up to Heaven. Baz is trying to fight for his life, and he will find that kill on Alltex eventually. But Alltex got that second kill on 10 HP, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Iceberg has just got full control.
Does he get any reward for all of them? Yeah, there we go. Finally, he'll peer down. He's going to call for the team to come in this direction. He wants to pull the trigger as late as possible so that once he does pull the trigger, there's limited time for Nuclear Tigers to respond. And that's round over. Another gun round going Echo's way.
It's like they had communicated the information over to Iceberg that he was one bullet from death. Doesn't even shoot the head. He shoots one bullet in the body. Doesn't even like try a spray. He knows his one bullet. A tickle was enough to take the site.
Should have dropped down with his knife out, gone full Assassin's Creed.
That would have been funny. Because one left
Out to
click
lose
is
around
more than enough
101.
there, so
Yeah. It's just not worth... The aura farming is not worth it if it goes wrong.
yeah, you're not wrong. I'd love to see him do that, but not to be.
Terrorists win.
Someone said in our kick chat that boy looks like Mr. Beast, and now I can't unsee it.
Yeah, like his cousin maybe. I get that. That's true. He's got a bit more life in his eyes though, does boy.
That is true. Fair enough.
Mr. Beast has a few more zeros in his bank account.
That is also true. What have you done to me? Quenai. Oh, I can't unsee it. You get a shout out for ruining my day. Echo 6-1 on the T side, full control. And the thing is, Nuclear Tigers, they might feel like they're out of options and out of plans already. Because they've tried hot aggression, they've tried pushing a player up ramp, they've tried Secret being a bit more, jiggly and trying to be a nuisance, and nothing's working. They need a new 80k mouse to get things working, which you can join our giveaway.
Yeah.
To click the panel below the stream.
To Yuki.
True.
Something's going to have to give, and it's going to have to give soon. Otherwise, Nuclear Tigers are in dangerous jeopardy of losing this map in the first half. And I love this call from Echo, just fast and furious straight in towards the safe bomb site. They've done a lot of damage. They've only been able to get the kill on one, but Ultex will actually find a second. He's finished off both of the low health players. That means it's a 3v3, and Echo have enough side control for a bomb plot. McHughes, though, making a play up the vent through the smoke that's still alive. Now, he has no idea, but he has Salazar dead to right. Problem is, as the time ticks on, Salazar might actually venture back through Squeaky Door and catch McHughes. It's a fine situation right now. Two players going to be coming through from Heaven, and there we go. Just like I said, Salazar will find favorable timing. It's only Zeka left, and well, he's got no chance. He's going to have to head for the heals. Another brilliant call out of Iceberg.
This is so easy right now. That one wasn't as easy, but it was impressive with the way they closed it.
Great util usage, just everybody blind. No molly for the hub, but that didn't prove to be a problem. Maybe by design, then knowing for a fact where one of the A bomb site players would have been. Nuclear Tiger's going to persist with their investments because they've decided that this is no longer about just trying to save and then make something happen later on in the half. There's not much later on in the half left for them anymore.
Iceberg. Oh, he's already found Flowser through the smoke. The fact he's got it on that particular timing as well, where he's trying to fall back, is crazy. It's a wild spray, but it works in the end. And not much luck for Nuclear Tigers going their way with any purchase they have in this half at the moment. Already feels like they are... I don't think it's fair, because they're probably not playing with this mindset, but feels like they're vaguely checked out and are focused on Anubis already, because it is their pick and it's a very good map for them, which is not one that Echo played a whole lot.
Yeah, and I mean, if we know based on the numbers, they certainly know that they have their own struggles on the T side as well, and that will be permeating just through the back of their minds. Oh, that is a super unfortunate moment to have a timeout as well.
No.
I'm assuming he timed out, because his X is underneath heaven right now. Was he tagged?
Well, we'll have a replay.
Did he crater?
We have a
Did he
replay if he
crater?
didn't time out, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, you were just talking about how nothing was going their way. That would massively annoy me. Yeah, what a way for him to step up here. I mean, it's just a really well-rounded performance with contributions across the board as Echo earn an 8th.
It's very, very easy for them right now. And yeah, I want to know as well. It will know if Ayuki's not in the server when we go back to freeze time.
Yeah, but if he is, then he literally fell to his death.
They got all the money in the world as well to chase down Zika. This is the issue for the AWP save here. Got 3 or 2 players on quintuple digits when it comes to the money. Salazar will die to that bomb, but who cares? Good bait out, and the kill.
Oh. Wait. Are we sure?
I
The
mean,
kill feed says Zika got a frag.
That
That was an untimely moment to move to a player cam.
yeah, I couldn't tell. I was staring at Senka's monitor trying to figure it
I
out.
know.
Look at these 2 kills from Salazar, by the way. He's got real heads-up play from him in this map so far. He's picking every single angle at the right timing.
Check
and there we go.
that.
I think that's confirmation that Zika did survive.
And I think also confirmation that Ayuki crated.
I would love to see that from his POV.
I'd love to see his player cam reaction. Oh boy, look at the reaction from Echo. They're just kicking Nuclear Tigers when they know they've got them down. All gas, no brakes. And Salazar is just so good, and this is what I was saying about what you get from him. He's not the guy who's going to be going in first, but if you can get the team into the round, he'll get you through the round.
That's a very, very good way of putting it. Yeah. He's not flashy. He can't hard carry, at least not what from I've seen of his career so far. I think he would even probably admit that himself. I know him quite well. I've met him at a few events in the past. He's a good guy. And I think when he set up exactly like that to be in a mid-round position where they've got control of the round in some way, shape or form, he will get you one more kill from somewhere. And another example of it there. Leaks will hold on toward ramp. Vortex was there in a bit of support. That forces the peak from Ayuki. It is incredibly free right now for Echo. An opening. Come on, Nuclear Tigers.
Yeah, talk
Come
about
on,
the
Nuclear
rarity.
Tigers.
One of a kind there with an opening kill here for the CT side, especially one that goes untraded. And they had a 5v3 at one point. That descended into a 1v1. It's the only time they've been able to get a point on the board so far. You
You can use code STAR35 and get yourself involved with Stake. get some bonuses throughout the tournament. Now the odds are definitely in Echo's favour, as they so should be at 9-1 up for the map. Should be even more than that. Zika will find Salazar. And Flauser dropping all text means that one has also dropped outside. We heard that beep of it landing on the ground. Senka has a freebie onto Leaks. And Boy is last alive. Good kill onto Senka. And a bait out onto Zika. He's now going to get past 3 separate angles. That's going to be a bit too difficult for him. So Nuclear Tigers find 2. Final round of the half coming in. I'm not even going to say they need to find 3 because it's not worth it.
Yeah, that would imply that there was still a way back into the game for them if they were able to get up to 3, right? And with Echo currently playing at the level that they are, that 3, 2, 3, 1, 0 shouldn't make much of a difference, I'm afraid. Clean shot there from Boy. And a losing cause, of course. Let's see, can Echo secure double digits from the first half? Make their lives a little bit easier going into the second.
Faster move for Salazar outside, looking at Garage long range already, and he gets the peak timing on Zika. Beautifully done. Boy will then activate, and that's been a pattern for Echo in this entire half so far. If they get an opening kill from somewhere, they will look to take space and make things awkward for any CT player at any moment. And Flowers, well, there's no way out of that one, my friend. Poor dude. He's already low HP. The nade smacks him in the shoulder to give him a bit of a dicky shoulder, and then it kills him anyway.
A decky shoulder.
Yeah.
Sounds like an Aussie saying.
Little bit, I think.
Is it like a dead arm?
I think it's just more like a part of your body that's not working correctly. Like you've got a little bit of limp, you've got a dicky leg, that sort of thing.
And I guess that's what would happen if you... Oh, okay. All right. Like you're disabled, basically. Good on you, Trav. Making fun of... I'm kidding. Just running with that one a little bit. You know me. Keep you on your toes. Haven't given you one of those today, little hot potato. I'd like to see what Trav does with those ones.
I know. I'm going to do it with this. I'm going to see if Leaks can win a 1v1. He's gotten McCuse. It would be a 1v2 total, and it would be a 3k as well. Waiting into...
Yuki will crash out, Trav.
Let's see. I mean...
He will crash out if he loses this.
He's guessed correctly. He's gone down ramp already. So he's ahead of the game somewhat with 15 seconds on the clock, and it's very obvious now the Molotov has been used in this position. And there we go. Okay. That is a clean way of finishing it. Bit of confidence there to one-tap Leaks out of the round to find 3. But overall, I'm afraid, I wish I could get excited about this game so far, but there's nothing to shout about for Nuclear Tigers. Echo on their favourite map. It's been their favourite map for however long. They're showing why. Do Nuclear Tigers have anything left for this one? They are 9-3 behind. And while they might have had a few rounds at the end of the half, I don't think it's going to mean too much, I'm afraid. Full control for Iceberg's T-side. So many good calls from him and the team listening to his every move and making it work. Map 1 always felt like it was going to be Echoes. Map 2 still always feels like it's going to be Nuclear Tigers, but they've got to get there first.
Yeah, and it's more just about when, not if, here for Echo. Let's see if they're able to finish off the job without breaking much of a sweat, or if Nuclear Tigers can kind of delay and prolong the inevitable. Winning a pistol round here would certainly keep them in the contest for a little bit longer. Molly on towards the top of hut, but not for them to actually commit to a take into the bomb site. Instead, it's going to be the ramp play. Ultex lay in wait in the vent, knife out. Will get rewarded for his position. And then immediately shift across back and towards his B bomb site. He's found the head of Flauser. He's been brought down to 2 health in the process, so Firm is just about trying to stay alive for as long as he can. Leaks in the meantime is mobile with the USP. Another frag found from him, thrusts Zika into a 1v3.
This won't be easy either. Bomb is back, but nothing has been easy for Nuclear Tigers on this map so far. A plant would be lovely. I think that all Nuclear Tigers want in this game now is a little bit of control at some point in this T-half to maybe make it like a, I don't know. There we go, there's a freebie. Maybe make it a 9, well, it's going to be 10 most likely. But maybe like a 10-4, 10-5, 10-6 scoreline, just to get some sort of rounds on the board to get warmed up into this one. And if Zika finds this clutch, it would really get them off and running. 1 bullet was all that was needed on that first kill, but he's going to maybe need more than that on the second and third. He'd love an immediate tap. There's a kit on the bomb. Body block's about to come in from Salazar. He's going to keep that door shut. They ain't letting you in, my friend. And even though Zika gets a kill on Iceberg, Salazar protected him until that defuse came through.
Yeah, and that was a pretty good way of going about things there from Echo's perspective. A great start to the round here for Nuclear Tigers, that opening kill, but it's pretty much as far as their successes go. Sure, maybe a bomb plant as well, but Leaks getting the second kill was really the frag that had hammered the round home for his team. Zika 1v4, I mean, pretty good attempt, all things considered, but ultimately his efforts in vain. Echo up to double digits inside 13 rounds.
Flowers are down already as well. I'll try and cross him toward Secret. Senka will anyway. Senka with a Mac 10, who would have thought it? Nothing doing for him, I'm afraid, on this occasion. Iceberg in a good position. Zika will get 1 onto Leaks with the scout. And maybe you'd want to see him continue to scout outside with that, but now the tough angles of the B-bomb site is where he's going to have to deliver.
Yeah, I mean, there's a moment here for Nuclear Tigers. There's a bit of a pathway to the finish line here with the round that results with a point on the board. But Boy rather, has kind of caught wind of what's going on here. It's just about the timing. And Iceberg will go down to the fence. There's now 3 players coming through in towards Boy, and he will mop them all up. Clean up crew at single door, please, because Boy's made a mess.
Oh, that was easy. That was just an absolute run over for Boy. And I thought there was a bit of a chance there when Zika tagged the first player with the scout and then the Yuki finished it off that quickly. And maybe they could break their way through. But when you're trying to get 3 players through a single position, like that single door area, when there's a CT holding you, that's what can happen. And that's what exactly did happen.
Yeah, and I think the scout player was the 3rd player to try and file through the door. So first guy goes down was one of the SMG carriers, I'm certain of that. And then afterwards, I mean, so he can't do anything about it. Then the second kill's like maybe he stood a chance, and the 3rd guy, it's just so tough to trade because you only have a scout. Investments will persist here for Nuclear Tigers, despite them not actually having gotten a bomb down in the previous. And that means Galils and Mac 10s with very limited utility, but what limited util they have has netted them a second kill here in the round. So 5v3, promising situation.
I like the call they're making here too. Looking to just group up together, all 5, walk outside. Make sure they stick together and have trade potential. And when you've got such a lack of utility like this and a buy like this, that's the best course of action invariably. Leaks will find Senka. That is a recovery kill on the first. Oh my god, he's got no idea they're through Secret. You can tell what angle he was playing in Garage there to not gauge that at all. Hadn't seen him cross at any point. So that's a free pathway. Bomb plant can come through. And I think Salazar and Boy will play to contain.
Yeah, at this point, they're not going to be attempting anything untoward here. We'll accept their fate. Nuclear Tigers have denied Echo from getting up to map point for now. It's just a non-starter of a map here from the team that we had dubbed the favorites coming into it. I mean, Zika and Flauser, two guys that we thought, obviously, the best on the team, have kind of been able to show semblances of the form we expect out of them, but still not the same highs we've come to see.
Yeah, and there's a reason both of us have picked Nuclear Tigers to win this game, but we knew that the veto was never going to be easy either way. We knew that Echo are likely going to have Nuke. They do have Nuke. They're 11-4 up. It's map 2 and 3 we're a bit more confident on. Nuclear Tigers, people may just, weirdly, people who are tier 3, tier 2 enjoyers probably would assume and take Nuclear Tigers to be the team with more name value, even though you've got Iceberg and Salazar on the team, two stalwarts of this level of Counter-Strike. But as we said at the beginning of the game, I think it's very, very hard to predict. And it's two teams who have never played against each other, and are two teams who are similarly ranked as well.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that most people lean into Nuclear Tigers because of the name value and not because of the results that we've seen from these two squads. And that's also why I was kind of posing the question in the pre-game of when do Echo get that respect put on their name? And I really think it is just down to name value and exposure. Either way, Nuclear Tigers just surging in towards that A bomb site. Lose one player in the process, but they get 2 kills back, and that secures the round. So, starting to build up a little bit of head steam here. Maybe just improve the mood in the camp a bit before we do inevitably go to that second map.
Terrorists win.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. They are getting something going here. It's not just a blowout, which was a 13-3 up to 5.
And at this point, I like the decision from Echo to actually save their money. Sure, 3 players survived the previous, but you wouldn't have been adding a whole lot in terms of firepower this round. You still have those rifles in play. Ultix has put into to brilliant use. Iceberg with the USP has found 2, doing his best Carrigan impression with that USP in an important moment. Boy will finish off the job, and Echo are up to map point.
Well, blink your eye and you would have missed it. How has that fallen away as quickly as that for Nuclear Tigers? Iceberg's USP, of all the things to get the big damage there. And also, we need to give a lot of props to just the full team as a whole for Echo. Every single piece has worked so well. Leaks and Boy have had their moments. Salazar has been in the right position at the right time, invariably with his AWP all the time on that CT side, on that T side, sorry. And on CT, he's chiming in as well. Alltex is stand-in for today, is co-leading the way as well.
Yeah, fantastic display from him from start to finish here throughout Nuke, and that is a bit of a nuclear grenade coming through with some good chip damage. Boy, what? He's just running at them. How? How has he gotten away with that? How has he managed 2 kills? He's by himself. He's run into 4 players. Ultix will get another. It's a formality. Only a Yuki left, and not for much longer on 12 health.
He should be about to go down. Look at Iceberg in the perfect position. And the perfect camera work to see the setup as well. So Yuki about to drop into his demise. Easy for Iceberg. What a map from everyone on Echo. And look, despite the standing situation, despite everything you could possibly say about this roster, people might think that Nuclear Tigers have more firepower, so on and so forth. Nuke has always been a Danish map. It's always been an Echo map. At least any team representatives or people talking about the sticker change and wanting to try and get them to change it back again. It's just not good for many teams at that level, and that is why many teams are resorting to loans only. I was shocked when Flamus's move to Gamer Legion was actually permanent and wasn't a loan again. He's been loaned from 3 different teams at this point.
Yeah,
and that's what some teams can do.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, just by the way, HOTU did get the win over Gamer Legion in their Blast Bounty game. So HOTU are just on a hot streak at the moment. They get banged out by some lower level teams and they struggle a lot against those sort of opposition, but have been exceptional against very good teams. Either way, we will shift our focus back into this particular matchup. Nuclear Tigers looking like they're just going to be charging straight in towards the safe bomb site. Smoke is going to be deployed, but make your top dollar that smoke will not be respected. A whole lot of 9mm bullets put through that smoke will claim the life of Flauser. Oh boy, Leaks and Salazar just get run over by the freight train. And Nuclear Tigers will open up their account first.
Boy's already dead, man.
Wait, what did I say?
Sorry, I'm making a silly joke. You said, oh boy, so I said boy's already dead.
Went over my head, but a good one nonetheless.
Thank you for the acceptance of that one. Iceberg will click one, but Altex has nothing to do on the retake from A main. And kills would be nice. And there's one on Zika. And then his pistol round is one. It's just a matter of avoiding him getting extra damage for his money. And Flowers will get a 3k to confirm it.
All right. Well, Nuclear Tigers would love to just immediately flick that switch and turn up here on Anubis. It's just been such an indomitable map for them lately. Just completely unbeatable. Did you say a streak of 11 on this map in recent times?
9. That includes LAN and online.
Okay. God damn.
And something I've just had a quick look at
unbeatable.
as well when it comes to my notes and numbers that I've had a quick look at when I knew this was the game I was going to be doing last night. On the CT side, last 3 months, Ayuki and Zika have a 1.34 rating. Cloud is actually the lowest rated player. Lowest rated being 1.04, and they're winning invariably, so it doesn't matter if he's the lowest rated player, but you wouldn't necessarily think it would be Ayuki and Zika. Ayuki in particular. On CT side, 1.34. T side for Ayuki, 1.15. That's where Flauser does his better work, 1.27. But yeah, I mean, it shows you...
Is this on Anubis in particular?
Only Anubis, yeah.
Okay, gotcha, yeah. I mean, it is a little bit surprising to see that is the spread within the ratings of the players. It's in contrast to what you would normally expect, what you'd normally get out of them. Oh boy, Echo desperate to try and force fights at the start of the round here, and it's going to cost them. At least Altex will be able to come back and bring it into even keel. Seemed like Flauser was expecting it, but kind of got caught in the ledge there, wasn't able to jump up in time. And Altex will best him, and he's actually taken all that space as well. 2 SMGs and the Galil in play here. Altex just continues to make plays. Going to bank the nade off the wall and then combine that with the spray from Iceberg. The Senka just walks into the middle of a guillotine.
He gives it a go, but he only had a 1v1 on that position in the map for a very brief second, and he's deleted by Altex. So good start to CT for Echo. Money not built up on Nuclear Tigers all that well just yet. Obviously, they can buy. And Zika will commit to an AWP. Won't go for AK, and Utility goes for the AWP with Kevlar. I think 57.50 in the bank. Guess what? Senka's on a Mac 10.
Yeah, no surprise there. For anybody who doesn't know, Senka frequents the Mac 10 even when he has enough money for a rifle. And he's very good with the gun as well. Type of teammate you want to be on the squad with, because he'll frequently drop you guns, and he'll be more than happy to just use the SMG. Either way, Macuse has been dropped here. Echo did very well to win the previous round, especially considering the way that proceedings had begun. Can they string consecutive rounds together here?
Altex taking space. Senka's still waiting for this, but he had Utility drawn. Whoopsie. Look at the space that Altex has got now for his team.
Instant.
Zika, no helmet. With that AWP purchase, exactly what I was talking about. I'm sure maybe it wouldn't have made such a big difference in the round, because they're all over Nuclear Tigers anyway. But Boy will find Flauser as he tries to get back in toward main. And immediately, Echo have control of the map again.
And smiles on the dials as well. Mood in the camp on Echo, outstanding. Conversely, not sure I've seen a smile on any of the Nuclear Tigers players since we've seen them on camera, even at the start of Nuke. But I mean, obviously, not the most emotionally expressive players in general, but still. It's a great round, a very convincing round coming through from Echo.
Do you remember some of the interviews we did with Flowser for Nodwin? That was always a fun one, because even though he's a very, very young guy, he's got really good English for someone, from his part
It was quite
of the world.
chipper, right?
Yeah. And I feel like today maybe he wouldn't feel a bit like that, unfortunately.
Yeah, no doubt. Relaxi, another player from a similar level, same region. That's always a fun interview.
Yeah, and that's one of the great things. And, I think Nodwin are one of our partners in this tournament, because they kind of combined in a way. They are on the sponsor list.
Yeah.
And yeah, I always love doing Nodwin games for the group stages, because the fact we have online interviews in that stage of the tournament is unlike any other tournament, really. You don't get any interviews with some of these players in CCT or any other event, so you don't get to hear from them at all. And these tier 3 players get interview practice and make more of a brand for themselves and all the above.
And we get to learn a bit more about the teams as well, right? We get to ask some questions on things that we normally only get to speculate on, and we get to actually get some direct insights from them. So, yeah, I'm always a big fan of them as well, man. Problem is they can just be a bust, but like for every 5 interviews, 2 of them could be really cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it is a bit of like a time issue as well, right? Trying to buy time to get the player into the interview, and then 5 or 6 minutes. Sometimes they run over. You have 3 games a day. That makes it now like half an hour extra time just for the. So I get why in some cases it's just not tenable.
Yeah. And there are some players who do the interview who shouldn't be tenable either. Moonwalk.
Yeah. I love that you're also still holding on to that, because Brandon got upset with me for bringing that up like for the 5th time in the past few months.
Yeah.
Anyway, there we go.
Why is
3-2
Brandon upset
gun
with
round.
you?
Because I keep referencing it. He's like, damn, that clearly rarely bothered you. And I was like, yeah, well, it did. You're right. Well done.
Unlucky. All right, first pick of the round going the way of Senka. That's his first kill of the game. He'll make his way back through middle now. But a setup in mid is maybe one that he's not ready for. Ultex playing behind the door. He's got, I think, Leaks right next to him. They're going to drop down, I think, from Rugs now with their Yuki. Just after he throws his util anyway. We'll try and force the issue on B. Boy is waiting on that A-bomb site, but Ultex has got an angle that Senka is not ready for.
Mate,
sees the orb on the ground and says, oh, yummy, but it's a candy van, I'm afraid. Boy will get the kill and go down to the molly. That makes it a 3v3.
Oh, bro, I hope we get Senka back. Just a little joyride, no doubt. They'll drop him off for the next round. Yuki's going to get dropped here. Senka McHugh's finished off by Leaks, 1 versus 2. Ultex and Leaks looking to combine. Zeke is going to take the fight, but he's taking damage in the process. He's not going to expect Ultex to come through from here as well. Brilliantly played by Echo on the retake there, combining perfectly. Strength in numbers. Ultex up to 11 kills here in 6 rounds.
Someone sign this guy. Echo, pick this guy up. Of course, Ultex was part of that AM project for quite a while, and the entire goal of the AM project, as all the players on that team now have disbanded, was to get them organizations, get them built up, get them proving themselves in Tier 3 and Tier 2, get some good wins here and there, and move them on to a new org. And unfortunately, as Ultex is only technically a stand-in today, we've been speculating, sure, but Ultex is one of those players who hasn't found a team yet. If he keeps this up, maybe it's only a good day, but he's in the roles where he can perform and he's enjoying himself.
I feel like they were so focused on achieve minds that they didn't focus enough on achievements.
Nice.
I mean, that team, for the caliber of players that they had on the team, were just super underwhelming, I'm afraid.
It is true. It is true. Okay, Asperger's a little bit too far on that one, but there are still 3 players here, so that's why I can forgive him on that.
God, why aren't you getting out of there, though, Leaks? Once you've gotten the kill to make it a 3v2, that's when it should be just knife out and strafing back around the corner. Salazar's desperately scurrying in towards, to say, bomb site. Senka, well, considering his options right now, I think you might have actually heard Salazar. And that B bomb site, yeah, look at how confident they are. Yuki with his knife out just running straight into B. No concerns, not a single worry in the world. I envy him, you know. I wish I could live my life like that. So freeing. But for real, Nicky B, I get that he wanted to just stand his ground. Had to lock in that man advantage.
Bro just said Nicky B. Bro's not even on the server.
Oh, I know. I'm honestly, he's just on my mind 247 at this point. I meant leaks.
All
I
text
meant
will
leaks.
trade
Sorry.
quickly. And Ayuki will go down. Senka low HP, Mac 10, but timing peak on the is good. However, he won't be able to get to Alltex in time. Alltex has won another one. 2 in a row.
Wow.
Enough time for the defuse. My word, everything is going Echo's way.
How on earth has Nicky B done it again? I mean, this guy is just... okay. That one was on purpose. That's just keeping you on your toes. But Alltex is just undeniable. Undeniable. 13 frags. Clutches out of the wazoo. Keeping his head in these tense situations. Nuclear Tigers, with that streak of 9 consecutive wins here on Anubis, is in jeopardy of being broken. Echo are just 8 rounds away all of a sudden.
Ayo. Again, they're trying the same move. This time it's being watched properly by McHughes, though. And I think he knows there's a possibility of there being more where that came from. But boy will hold on, and this time does fall back.
Yeah, great follow-up frag coming through there to bring it back into a 4 versus 4. And this time they're not going to overstay their welcome. Alltex immediately shift himself in towards his B-bomb site. I have no idea how that kill's come through, and Alltex just cannot lose a duel. 14 and 2, Salazar will connect on his shot. It's only Ayuki left remaining, and he will follow suit of all of his teammates. Meets them in the graveyard, as Echo are now up to 6 inside 8 on the CT side.
Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. This is easy. At the moment, it's easy on the A stream as well for Aurora. They're in the winners match versus Nemesis right now. Aurora beat K27 on a bit of a comeback journey for them in their first game with their new lineup with Kixan and Yimpat. Nemesis beat Infinite. So that decider game will be K27 versus Infinite in the elimination tomorrow. But Aurora versus Nemesis, Aurora have won map 1 versus Nemesis 13-2.
Good lord, that's a statement.
That was on Nuke as well. That is probably the favoured map for Aurora on the CT side in particular. And once again, they had an incredible CT overall, going 10-2 up before a few rounds were found on that second half, but couldn't complete anything else. Nemesis, I'm afraid. And
Alltex has 170 ADR, by the way. Just caught that on the graphic in the break there. 170 average damage per round. Just game-breaking numbers coming through from Alltex right now.
Good point. And they're punching up and raising their level on a map which they technically should lose. As I said, the core has played the map recently in ENC, but that's only the core, not the full 5. Playing for Denmark, playing for their country. Now Nuclear Tigers, they've got to find this push through, but already they've lost Senka, trying to get through E-Box right now, but Leaks are here. Thankfully, for McHughes, he's not heard by Leaks, and he gets a kill back. Salazar does find one more. Look at where the bomb is right now. It's with the 2 CTs. Ayuki trying to force his way back in. 2v3. The smoke will be awkward. They can, of course, play on the higher ground, but Alltex has got that line. He's not overpeaking too much either. Good incendiary, great utility to keep Ayuki and Zika away from this C4. Ayuki will win a duel finally, and Alltex will finally lose one. But Salazar still on that line. Oh, the bomb has just been nabbed back. Long range line for Boy. He can still make the difference here. There's utility, no utility left, I should say, and that makes the difference.
So lazy.
They can't cross, and because of that, they barely check it.
I mean, at least try, like, double swing it together, if anything. Guarantee a trade at a minimum. Yuki thrust into the 1v2. Salazar closing the gap, coming back through from B main. Yuki hugging the pillar. Will be damaged and fragged by Boy. I don't know. I mean, you mentioned that they look checked out very early on Nuke, and it feels like something similar might be happening here on Anubis as well. This is the most underwhelming I've ever seen from Nuclear Tigers in terms of them not actually showing up in a game. And I say that because of the level at which I hold them. I've got a lot of respect for this team, extremely talented individuals and players, but today has not been their day.
I told you, didn't I? I mean, this is what the issue with them right now. Like, they do make good runs. It's like 3rd place at that LAN over in Russia. They got an online tournament victory in Nodwin just last time out. The teams they beat in that run were very impressive. Nemesis, K27, Gentlemates, all online, I know, but yeah, this is just not the level which we hold them to. And that's, as I said, indicative of where we hold them. Both of us, not just my lovely friend over here from South Africa.
Oh, I'm your friend?
We're more than that.
Oh, is that so? Well, there is a vacancy at the moment, so...
Yeah, I mean, mate, for me, there's been a vacancy for 8 years, so I'll take anything at this point. 7-2 for Echo, and this CT side could be getting a bit out of control.
Yeah, much like you and I. See how far Echo can go with this one. How many more rounds can they muster up here? How many more can they eke out of this first half? They've got Nuke their Tigers' backs firmly against the wall, such that they're in a position where they're now just persisting with their investments, even if it doesn't make the best sense. You just want to try and grind out any rounds possible. Another duel going boys' way. There's still a very good chance that they could make something happen over towards this B bomb site. That smoke is late. They're going to go straight through it. Iceberg can't do much about it. Ultek's backpedaling as well. Nuke Tigers have side control, and a bomb plant will come through here as well.
Oh, and big damage on Iceberg to the corner of that smoke. And Flowser will find him eventually. Volley into a temple, a good timing for it, but all the CTs are going through CT. Apart from Salazar, who's going to wait a little bit longer. Leaks will just tap Flowser out of the round. A little bit of a look from Flowser to try and keep the CT retake at bay, but it backfires on him. Boy is low HP, he's been given the AWP, but time is now against them, but he's the faker to try and hold on. Well, look at holding on. This time, Zika, not even with his AWP, with a Galil, will get it sorted. Nuclear Tigers have a round to shout about.
Finally a Zika moment coming through, man. Finally a chance. Or some glimmer of hope coming through here from Zika's perspective, or from Nuclear Tigers, shall I say. Great multi-kill. All right.
Odds in Nuclear Tigers' favour still. You can understand why. This map is still a massive differential for them compared to Echo. But look at Alltex go. They tried to drop off of Rugs into Canal. They get utterly deleted. Ayuki and Senka will try and answer back. They'll create a 3v3 out of nowhere, and that's them attacking the B-bomb site. So they lost control to Alltech straight away, and all of a sudden now things are looking a lot better. But Zeke will miss a critical shot. Maybe he needed that Galil back. Ayuki all alone, 27 HP. I'm sure Alltex is low, but again, good teamwork here, giving him the AWP quickly. Ayuki needs to focus on a duel. Will catch Iceberg off guard. Now he's got utility to use to be a bit of a nuisance on this one. Only Alltex has the kit, and he's 30 HP. And that nade will find him. This is a great round from Ayuki on this low health, and the time is getting ever lower, but Salazar will hit the shot, pick up the kit. Is there time? I think there is.
Yes, definitely.
Just about. 8 on the board. Another close round that goes Echo's way.
Well, Salazar needs a wheelbarrow to get his balls around, because I have no idea how he just peers in towards the smoke. He waits for a tracer, Trav. He's like, give me a clue. All I need is an inkling as to where you're positioned. And he's able to fire one shot back. Look at this, he's just waiting. Okay, that's his moment. Locates Ayuki based off the tracers and hits the shot necessary. Defuse comes through in time, and Echo earn an 8th.
They're going to say screw it and hold W here. I think they are. You know what? That might work. Ayuki will find leaks on the entry. Iceberg with the AWP. Unusual for him. But he will get his kill. And again, they're going to give Nuclear Tigers the V-bomb site. Mikus will lurk around to find Salazar, but Boy did find one in the meantime. And again, he just clears Zika with ease. To be fair, the angle for Zika wasn't the best in the world. Boy will eat that up every day of the week. Senka mollied out of the site, having to hop back away toward Platt, takes extra damage. They now know he's there, caught in the corner. Boy will find that kill as well. McHugh's 1v3, another clutch attempt for a Nuclear Tigers player. This time it's McHugh's turn. Can he do anything about this? In the smoke is a good play. They might not check this, they're vaguely aware of it, and that's why Ultex picks it properly and finds him. Defuse again. 9 on CT for Echo, well on their way to a date with NIP.
Nuclear Tigers have just not shown up in any capacity whatsoever throughout the series so far, and they're on the brink of having their streak snapped here on Anubis as well. This has been a stronghold of theirs for a long time. 9 consecutive wins racked up, but they need to have a hell of a display here on their CT side to try and keep that streak intact, as Echo just 4 rounds away from a spot in that winners match against NIP for Group D.
Could be the final half of the day, so don't forget you can use code STAR35, get yourself involved with stake, deposit, and get yourself a little bonus for doing so over the 7 days of this qualifier. 3 or 4 days left now. Leaks will get one with the P250.
Oy
had a decent position, but Flauser got deleted in the meantime by Salazar, and Oive would be
There's
right.
still a chance here. Senka. Oh, he's not going to have the timing. I was thinking he might have tried to be a little bit more active there to catch them as they transition through Temple into the B-bomb site. There was Ultex who had come through E-box and had secured the site control for the team called for the bomb to filter through. Yuki and Senka now need to retake 2 versus 3, no kit in play, no utility to work with either. Senka's just hoping that he might be able to creep forward and catch somebody off guard. He doesn't even know where he's being shot from right now, bro. It's B main. You even saw him on your screen. He's just going to decide to abandon that player altogether and try and force the fight with the E-box players, and that hasn't worked out favorably for him. Yuki at least has the intel on these players' positions, but the trade from Salazar will lock in the pistol and get Echo up to double digits.
Oh dear. How Senka played that round is unfortunate, sure. He misses the timing. But also missing the player main, going 2 and 11. Usually we've been, fans of Senka because he's like a cult hero of ours with the SMG play. Unfortunately, he's just not had a good game and is kind of brain AFK in a couple of moments, to put it kindly. Good work from Echo to take advantage of it. Try and get one BO3 closer to possibly getting to play on those Lorgar PCs at the main event. And then comes the force to stay alive, really.
Yeah, and like you say, just to stay alive. It's not like it gets him back in the game by any stretch of the imagination. This is a classic iceberg call as well. Just take what you can get, continue to just walk your way through until your position is compromised. Frag found on McHugh, Yuki's already gone down, and Senka will be dispatched off without even having found a kill. Flowers just nonchalantly waltzes into the bomb site when they're already down 5v2. That'll cost him his life and cost them an extra weapon in the next round. Zeke gets a kill, and boy, that'll be an upgrade to a Galil, but I wouldn't even call that a consolation prize at this point.
Nothing going for them. Plainly, nothing going for them. Leaks will find Zika with ease. (11-3), and at this point, Nuclear Tigers probably just force by to the end of the game, and I think that's exactly what they're doing.
And it's just such a meet conclusion to the series. Like, Nuclear Tigers just have not shown up here by any stretch of the imagination. All right, well, let's see here. And Nuclear Tigers delay what feels like the inevitable right now. It's going to be another opening kill from Ultex. He's just having a hell of a game right now. Talk about an outstanding stand-in performance. Iceberg has spotted one. He's just trying to find an angle here to actually get the kill on the pillar player. At least he's going to just say, you know what, I'll leave that one to my teammate. Salazar will reap the reward, having that intel. And now Echo going to look to activate him towards the safe bomb site. Currently, Nikus is preoccupied with camera. And surely he would have spotted Iceberg, but they now know that he's here as well. Iceberg will swing. He swings for the fences. Echo are just manhandling Nuclear Tigers right now.
With ease. With ease.
And look at those odds, Trav.
And that looks a bit more right to me. I think Nuclear Tigers being 12-3 behind.
Paints a bit more of an accurate picture. And you know what, guys? If you want to get in on the market, if those odds appeal to you, well, I mean, that's a problem in itself. But if they do, use the code STAR35. You get $5 a day combined with your $20 deposit courtesy of Stake. Oh boy, Nuclear Tigers have just been dominated, destroyed, manhandled. Pick whatever superlative you want. This has just been one-way traffic throughout the entirety of the series. They've only won 8 rounds compared to that of 25 for Echo. Biggest drubbing of the qualifier so far.
Yeah, which is a surprise. It really is a surprise, especially for map 2. We thought Echo would look a little bit more rough around the edges on this map, and Nuclear Tigers would ramp up a bit, but maybe the effort they've put in the last couple of days, playing Mowers in Bounty, I don't know. I can't give them excuses, really. I want to, but I can't.
Yeah,
that's
I get you. 9 opportunities here to get this series done and dusted. They have gotten an opening kill. Yeah, Trey comes through immediately afterwards, and that frag there will make life very difficult for Yuki with this FAMAS who's dancing around. He's done a good job to find himself a second, but he's since been traded. And Sanka needs to clutch, and there's nothing discreet about his approach because he knows that Leaks is on the opposite side of the map, so he's desperate to try and force this fight with Salazar, but why has he got his molly out? Oh boy, Echo win the series, and that drops their opponents to the elimination match.
And you can kind of tell, right, they just weren't really mentally locked into this series, Nuclear Tigers. It's a bit of a shame. I mean, the facial expressions were the thing